Hey there guys! Welcome back to Bam Bam! Well, sabay-sabay natin sabihin, kilay is life. Kilay is life. So if you're someone like me who also believes in kilay is life, this video is definitely for you. Because for today's video, it is going to be about the battle of the brow pens. All of the brow pens that we're going to talk about today are local brands. So we have here the Strokes, Issy, Vice, and Detail Cosmetics. Today, I'm going to show you side-by-side comparison of these products, and we are also going to wear test these products. So currently, it is 10 a.m. What I'm going to do is, syempre dalawa lang naman yung kilay ko guys. So, since apat tong products na meron ako dito ngayon, I'm going to wear it tigkalahati ng isang kilay ko. I know I'd look crazy, but dito lang naman ako sa bahay. So, pagtiyagaan na natin, and I'd like to do this for you guys. Let's do this now. Yes. First, I'm going to laminate my brows. So, why am I laminating my brows? Kasi guys, kapag hindi ko siya na-laminate, hindi nyo makikita masyado yung lapat ng pen. Now that I'm happy with the shape of my brows, we are now going to fill it in. Well, in this case, medyo gagawin nating OA yung pagkaka-fill in ng brows. Kasi para kitang-kita nyo talaga siya. Kasi if I'm just going to do it yung medyo natural, hindi nyo siya masyadong mapapansin. But first, I'm going to show you the swatches of the pens that we're going to use. Now for the Strokes one, I'm going to use graphite. So here is graphite. Si graphite guys, it's like a really dark brown na medyo cool tone siya. And then the next one is from Detail Cosmetics in the shade Mocha. So, etong dalawa medyo malayo yung shade niya kasi the Mocha leans towards a little bit warm compared to graphite, but these two are my darkest. So, sila yung lalagay ko banda dito sa dulo. And then the next one is from Issy. But for this one, Issy and Co pa siya dito. Pero ito yung bago nila. And this shade is, this one is ash brown. Yan. And then the other one will be from Vice Cosmetics, yung Ganda All Day. And this shade is Betchicos brown. Okay, so here's the swatch. Again, just like Detail Cosmetics, it is leaning towards a warmer tone of brown. By the way, I also have all the other shades of the Strokes, so I'm gonna show you the swatches as well, but I'm not going to use it on my brows. The one on the top is bronzite, and the one on the bottom is bauxite. So here it is. So now we're going to apply the products. For my left side, I'm going to use Strokes in graphite for the outer tail of my brows, and for the inner part of my brows, I'm going to use the ash brown from Issy. And then on the right side of my brows, I'm going to use Detail Cosmetics in Mocha on the outer part, and then Vice Cosmetics and Ganda All Day in Betchicos brown on the inner part. So let's start here. And then next, I'm going to use the one from Vice. May pagka-reddish undertone siya. So, expect that my brows won't look the same. They will not look like sisters. They're going to look like they're distant cousins. We're going to do now the left side of my brows. I'm going to use graphite. Again, here on the outer part. And now for the next one, I'm going to use one from Issy in Ash Brown. I'm trying to exaggerate the brow hairs today because I wanted you to see it. Kapag ginawa ko siya too natural, it's gonna be hard for you to see it in the camera. So I gotta do it in the heaviest way possible. But there, you can see it. I'm gonna tone down my light so you can see it clear. Here it goes. So again, so strokes graphite and then Issy ash brown. Here's how it looks up close. And then this one is Detailed Cosmetics in Mocha. And then Vice in Vegetables Brown. Sorry, I keep on looking at the shade name for the Vice one because I cannot remember it. Here's how it looks up close. So that's that. I'm going to try to wear this all day so we can do a wear test, and then later we are also going to do some water, oil, micellar testing. It is now currently 10:07, so I'll be right back. Hey there guys, so this is our first check-in for the day. As you can see, the brows are still looking so good. And it is currently 6 p.m. And medyo busy kasi ako the entire day kaya hindi ako masyado nakapag-check-in. I am preparing my stuff for my gig tomorrow. So as you can see, ang oily na ng face ko, gulo-gulo yung hair ko. But I was at home all day. But later on, mag-workout ako and I'm going to show you again another check-in after that. But currently, here's how it looks. I'll see you again on my next check-in. Hey there guys, so it is now the end of the day and it's already, look, 10 p.m. So anong oras ako naglagay ng brows kanina? I think it is also like around 10 a.m. So yeah, so it's been a whole day guys. So talagang na wear test talaga natin siya. So dito medyo bumaba na lang ng konti yung brow hairs because napawisan na ako kanina during my workout. There. So I see a little bit of fading around this area. Although the brow hairs are already down, but I can see that some of the brow pens, yung brow hair like strokes na dinaraw natin this morning, medyo nawala na siya. But definitely the tint is still there. Now, let's talk about these products. First, let's talk about Strokes. So, the full name of Strokes is Strokes Microblade Pen Perfector, and it retails for 498 pesos, and that is for 0.4 ml. The shades, they have 3 shades. This one is graphite. I actually have all of them, the graphite, bronzite, and bauxite. And then, for the packaging, compared to the others, medyo mas mataba siya. See? Medyo mas mataba siya. And it has more weight. I'm not sure if it's made of plastic or ano ba. Kasi it feels different eh. Out of these 4, this has the most weight. And meron siyang metal ball. And so far, hindi pa to nag-leak sa akin. So, that's good. And then, what are the claims of this brow pen? It says here that it is a bleed-proof, long-wearing, water-resistant, sweat-resistant, smudge-resistant. For its pigment, well, it is very, very pigmented. For the ease of use, i-categorize natin siya from beginner to intermediate and then to advanced. Now, for the Strokes one, I can say that this one is for an advanced user. Why? Because of its tip and its pigment. It's very, very pigmented. And the tip is made of brush tip. So, it tends to bend. Mas softer siya, as you can see. So, just a little movement and onting ninig lang, mas kitang-kita dito. And it also adds the fact that it is very pigmented. So, you need to have a very steady, lightweight hand for you to use this. So, marami akong nakita na parang dinideclutter nila to because they're having a hard time using this one. But, for me, talaga, it is for advanced users. Now, of course, as mentioned earlier, they have a brush tip. This brow pen is isa sa mga matagal ko nang ginagamit. And most of the time, I only use this on my clients, not on myself. But if I really wanted to have a very, very fine and hair-like strokes talaga, I usually use this one. Kasi isang ganun mo lang, kita kagad siya. And most of the time, hindi ko naman talaga siya as in sobrang pinang-drawing. I usually draw this on the skin only if there are spars. But if you already have hair there, most of the time, after I apply the brow gel, pinapadaan ko lang siya sa mismong hair so that I could tint the actual hairs of the brows. Tas mas lilitaw siya. More on ganun ko siya ginagamit, and then on the spars. And then dito lang, more on dito lang sa harap, just to draw some fake brow hairs. Now, further claims that it's bleed-proof, long-wearing, water-resistant, and it's sweat-resistant, smudge-resistant. Well, on our wear test today, definitely it did survive. It is long-wearing in my experience. It is long-wearing. But, this kind of wear test may vary from one person to another. I don't have very oily brows. There are people who have very, very oily brows. So that could be a problem to them. And as you can see earlier, we tested this through water, micellar, and then oil. And you saw na medyo nag-fade na siya kagad dun sa part ng micellar. But nevertheless, it held up well throughout the day. And sa mga mini-makeupan ko, it stays the whole day. Now, on to the next one. Let's talk about Issy. The full name of Issy is Brow Detailing Pen. It retails for 349 pesos. It is quite affordable because it is 349 pesos. And they currently have 4 shades. They have warm brown, top brown, and ash brown, and then ash. Now, for me, out of all the 4 shades that they have, yung ash brown yung pinaka-versatile sa lahat. For the packaging, it is very thin, like compared to Strokes. It is very thin, sleek, and this one has a spoolie, and it also comes with a metal ball. Now, I watched some vloggers mentioning na this spoolie doesn't make sense. But you know what, guys? It does make sense. You know what? Kahit for this Strokes one, whenever I make a mistake or I made a very, very heavy hand, I usually use the spoolie to correct that. So yes, the spoolie for this one actually makes sense, especially if you're doing makeup for other people. The feels of it, it's very sleek, it's very lightweight. I like the feel of it, but you know what? If there's something that really disappointed me about the packaging, it tends to blot, like a lot. As in, ilang beses na tong nag-blot. And guys, mind you, I don't store my brow pens upright like that. They're usually stored like this in a drawer. And there was one time when I was about to use this, because this one, I usually use this on myself as a personal makeup. Natanggal to. As in, the whole thing came off. And then the ball also fell. So, sure ako na metal ball shaker nasa loob niya. As in, nalaglag siya at dinampot ko siya. So, yun lang. I was disappointed about that part. I hope they do something about it. And then, yun nga, it tends to blot sometimes. I don't know why. What are the claims of this product? Guys, out of these 4, this is the only one that didn't have any claims about being waterproof, smudge-proof, sweat-proof, proof everything. It only says that it defines with natural looking hair strokes. That's it. Wala siya ibang mga promises. So, I don't know. That's her claim. And then, for its pigment, for me, this is just enough with translucency. Kasi nakita nyo naman kanina, as you can see, hindi ganun ka-dark yung lines. But, because of that, for the ease of use, I can say that this is great for beginners. And if you are someone quite heavy-handed, this is gonna be good for you. Kasi it will, parang medyo mahirap sa kanya mag-overdo because of its pigment. Kaya for me, I really appreciated the Issy's pigment. Hindi siya super pigmented, yes, but it has enough translucency and it tends to look more natural. If you're a type of person who likes a no makeup look, this is the perfect brow pen for that. Some people said that it oxidizes. In my case, it does not. So I'm not sure if it depends on the shade kasi I haven't tried the other shades. This is the only shade that I have. For the brush, as you can see, it's really, really fine. But it has enough density to keep it steady. You can see that? It's very fine, it's very thin, but it has enough density. So, you tend to be more steady with this one. Hindi masyadong kita yung movement ng kamay mo pag may onting unit kasi it is more dense. Kapag kasi mas malambot, mas kita yung movement. You know what I mean? So, for this one, it is really great for beginners. Now, for its claims, out of all these 4, no walang any claims na waterproof, sweat resistant, smudge proof, and everything. This is the only one that stayed. Nung tinest natin siya for the water, micellar, and oil cleansing. And that actually surprised me. Kasi nung una parang medyo suspense. Parang pagka-spray ko ng water, parang ay medyo na-fade siya ng onte. But well guys, I feel like this one is a dark horse out of these 4. Despite its slight fading on the water testing pa lang. After the oil cleansing, you can still see that meron pa rin siyang stain dun sa arms ko. And that is amazing. Now, let's move on to Detail Cosmetics. Now, this one is quite fairly new to the market because I think they just launched this last month, if not this month. Basta medyo bago lang siya. And honestly, hindi ko pa siya masyadong nagagamit. Recent ko lang siya binili, hindi ko pa talaga siya masyadong nagagamit. But it is quite promising. Its full name is Superfine Liner Liquid Brow Pen. And it retails for 299 pesos. So out of these 4, this is the most affordable. And they currently have 4 shades. Hazelnut, Affogato, Mocha, and Coffee. And the one I got is Mocha. For the packaging, it is a regular sized pen, but it is still quite lightweight. But if you compare it to Strokes, medyo mas maliit siya ng very, very slight. And it's more lightweight. It also has a ball shaker in there. For the claims of this product, it says here that it is waterproof, budge-proof, long-lasting, and doesn't feather. Well, dun sa swatch natin earlier, it did feather a little bit. But for my brows, surprisingly, hindi naman. And then, for the pigment, it is actually very, very pigmented. Almost close siya ng pigmentation nung kay Strokes. As in, pwede mo na siya halos gamiting eyeliner. Actually, mas dark pa nga to kaysa dun sa brown eyeliner ko. See, let's try. So, this is my brown eyeliner. Brown eyeliner. And this is the Detail Brow. See? It is very, very pigmented. So, because of that, the ease of use, for me, nasa intermediate siya. Why? Despite having the same level of pigmentation with Strokes, it has a very, very, very fine brush tip. As you can see, it has a very, very fine brush tip. But, if you're going to compare it side by side with Strokes, they may look the same, guys. But, if you look really, really closely, very, very slight lang naman. Medyo thinner na onti tong kay Detail. Can you see that? It is soft, yes, but it has enough density as well. So, medyo mas madali siyang i-control. It can also be categorized as advanced. Parang from intermediate to advanced siya for me. So for this one, you also need a very, very light and a very steady hand because of how pigmented it is. So in my experience, actually I like the tone for my brows kasi medyo brown yung hair ko. I haven't tried this on other people kasi I just bought this honestly. So I think I still need more time to explore this one. But definitely, dun sa test natin ng water micellar and oil cleanser, you can see naman na it's quite hard to remove this, guys. Although, natalo pa rin siya ni Issy, but guys, this one really has a great potential. Nakita niyo naman. Actually, nung sinwatch ko to this morning, naghugas na ako ng pinggan, naghilamos na ako and everything, naglinis ako. I tried to remove it earlier. Siguro kasi mas matagal na siya nasa kamay ko. And syempre, our hands tend to be a lot more dry than our face. So, nung naghugas na ako and everything, hindi pa rin siya natanggal. Andun pa rin siya. Sayang nga, hindi ko na-picturean or na-videohan kanina. For me, this one is really promising. You should try this one, guys. So na, I really wanna try the other shades na rin tuloy. Kasi, it's great. So, here's the side of the Detail. As you can see, it's still there. Pag ginanon ko, meron ba sumasama? Wala. It's still there. But, there's a slight smudge there. But, try ko nga sa kabila. Try natin. Kay Strokes, very, very slight lang. Very, very slight. Nothing. But, it's still there. Wala sumasama. Kay Issy ba? Wala din. still there. Nice. Great, great, great. In fairness, for a 12-hour wear test, guys, can you believe that? Now to our last brow pen, let's talk about price. The full name of this product is Ganda all day. So this is a collaboration with Klutz. This product retails for 345 pesos for 0.07 grams. They only have 2 shades, unfortunately. This one is the Betchicos Brown, which I keep on forgetting the name of the shade. And then they also have Gora Gray. So, dun sa dalawa, talagang ito lang yung medyo pwede kong gamitin. Most of my brow pens have, you know, brownish tone or taupe to them. And for the packaging, ito yung parang out of all the 4, ito yung pinaka-plasticky yung feeling. Alam mo yun? Kasi si Strokes, medyo parang may pagka-metal yung dating niya, mabigat siya. Si Issy, it's very slick. Manipis lang siya, but there's still a little bit of weight in it. Si Detail, ang ganda ng pagka-matte niya. Magaan lang siya, but it looks more luxe. Maybe because of the font, siguro, the font and how minimalist it looks. And then, si Vice yung pinaka-plasticky and pinakamagaan sa lahat. And out of all these 4, ito yung walang ball shaker. Now, the claims. It claims that it is long-lasting, waterproof, and smudge-proof. Well, dun sa test natin kayo ng water, micellar, and oil cleanser, I'm so sorry guys, but siya yung unang-unang nawala. Sa water test pa lang nalusaw na kagad siya. So unfortunately, hindi siya pumasa doon sa waterproof test pa lang natin. And now, let's move on to the pigment. For me, this is just enough. Hindi naman din siya overly pigmented. Just like the Issy one, hindi siya overly pigmented, but it's there. It's quite translucent. And the tone, I'm not a fan of because it tends to lean towards the reddish brows, which I don't like. I don't like reddish brown on my brows. But since it is very translucent and it's not overly pigmented, for the ease of use, I can say that it's great for beginners. Out of all these 4, this is the only one that has felt tip. It can fool you, yeah, because it looks like it has a brush tip because of how thin it is. Siya yung pinakamatigas sa lahat. And you will have more control on this one. So, for beginners, you are going to love this. See? It's very easy. But unfortunately, it's not as long-lasting as it claims. Because as you can see on my brows, it already faded quite a bit. I mean, you can still see the color there. But the lines, yung pagkakaganon, you can barely see it anymore because maybe because of the sweat earlier. But I think you can still use this for, for a casual daily use. Siguro naman, di naman lahat ng tao kailangan magpabasa ng ulan, magpa-splash ng tubig sa mukha. I mean, if it's just a casual day or just for running errands, you don't need to be out all day. You can definitely use this. And I think magiging mas mabilis ka magkilay if you're going to use this one. Since I mentioned that this is great for beginners kasi nga, you have more control on this one. Kasi mas matigas siya since it is not a brush. I'll show you. Hindi siya masyado nagbe-bend. Nagbe-bend siya but slight lang. Kasi nga, hindi siya brush. So, you have more control. Alam mo yun? It's gonna be a lot easier for beginners. Now, siguro kung if you're still exploring pa your skills in using brow pens, you can definitely begin with this one. Out of these 4, wala naman definitely patapon. It's just that it depends on your needs, depends on your lifestyle, depende dun sa hair mo, sa brows and all. And also, depende din sa skin type mo. If you are very, very oily, if you have dry skin and all, of course, what worked for me may not work for you, and explore them yourselves as well. I'm just here to help you decide and just to give you some comparison. But all of them work wonderfully naman for me. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you appreciate this video. I hope you like this, enjoyed it. I hope I was able to help you decide which brow pen to get. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, of course. And don't forget to follow me on my socials over here. That's it, guys. I hope I'll see you again on my next one. Bye!